So let's look at Skubal here for a second. And this is just the example of his fastball. It's just going to ride in, but this is going to be a fastball when we look at it. It's going to be right, middle part of the plate, right? But let's go back to his delivery real quickly. So when we're going to his delivery, big leg kick. I mean, huge leg kick. You saw that with Garrett Crochet, right? So big leg kick, but he stays very upright when he's throwing. You can look at his posture right now. Overall, pretty upright in general. And then when he's going to throw, the arm is dropping all the way down to here when you think about it. So he's really dropping low into his leg, and then that front arm continues to go. And then this ball looks like it's above his head, but it's behind his head there. So for Castellanos, it's so damn hard to see. Here's another example for Bryce Harper. It's just going to be a heater over the middle part of the play. And this is out of the stretch, right? But with him again, sinks into his back leg right here, right? So this back knee, he's sinking down into it. And then that arm's going to get behind his head. And I mean, it's way back here. Like, look, it's way back here. And then it's going to be able to then come on back around. And it's going to, again, it's a hard pitch to pick up. And even though that was a fastball coming in, it's still hard to see, especially lefty on lefty. I mean, just to ask Matt Olson, this is going to be literally a fastball right down the middle, right down Broadway. But when you have the arm, the deception, and the ability that Skubal has, sometimes it's just so damn hard to hit, even if it is in a good spot on the part of the plate. Now, here's another part with him. We talked about how, come on now. There we go. So Blake Perkins, shout out Perky. He was actually one of my roommates in instructional league with the Nationals. Great guy. But this is why when you have a fastball like Skubal, it's a weapon. That's why he throws it so much, is that he's going to elevate this heater, okay? And he's going to be aiming for this part of the zone here with 2 strikes. And for Perk, which I feel bad for him, it's going to be a good pitch, but because of that deception, it has that little bit of hop to it, he's not going to be able to catch up with it. He's like, damn. And that's a perfect pitch. It's a perfect pitch for a pitcher. That's a hard ball to drive when you have that type of hop. Now, Yordan Alvarez. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, these are all some very good hitters. Showed you Bryce Harper just taking a pitch, Castellanos earlier. Yordan Alvarez, one of the toughest hitters here. But again, he's going to get a sinker. And his sinker is same as his fastball velo-wise. And you're seeing it right here. Catcher's looking, lining up right there. Yordan's trying to think, well, I think he's going to throw a heater, but I still have to respect some of his off-speed stuff. But he's just going to throw a heater right down in this corner. And he's not going to have a chance. And he's like, yep, thank you. All right, I'm going to sit back down. Just an example of how good Skubal is. But now this is what's scary. His out pitch isn't a curveball or a slider. He has it. It's good. It's his changeup. So imagine he's got that much velocity, has a little bit of sink as well. And when it's 97 miles an hour, you have to gear yourself up constantly. And you're almost kind of have to not guess, but you have to anticipate so much. So what's the best pitch that goes off of that? It's a changeup. And I feel bad. Joey Ortiz, he's having a great year so far for the Brewers. He is going to be a victim of an unbelievable changeup here by Skubal. So you're going to see, again, when this pitch is going to get thrown, it's going to come out of the hand, and it's starting up here. So here's the ball, right? Ball's up here. Joey is already expecting, and I got to be ready for the heater. So his foot's about to eventually get in that position, and he's going to get ready to swing, right? Well, guess what? This ball is going to just continue to just drop, and it's going to drop right out, and Joey is going to be so far out in front of this pitch. I mean, yikes. It's such a good pitch, I can't even begin to describe. Same thing here. You're looking at it. The catcher's trying to say, well, hey, I'm giving you a zone here for a fastball. If he's going to throw a fastball, that's probably where it's going to end up. It's going to be right there. That's the spot. But because the fastball has the movement that it has and the changeup, then you can't pick it up. But the grip itself is what sets up the movement and has it drop off. Look at it. Let's break it down. Once again, and you can see it start to drop a little bit, but still for the hitter, he's thinking it's a strike still. It's still probably going to be right in there. And then it just keeps going. Deep. Right there. Yep. Pretty good. It's actually not pretty good. It's disgusting. It's filthy, if we want to be completely honest. All right, here's another example. And another good hitter, another talented player, Elly De La Cruz. Again, fastball out of the hand. And actually, if you guys look here close enough, sorry, it looks like a fastball out of the hand of the hitter. But I wish I could have this zoom in. But you can see his hand right here, the grip of it, he has it around. And of all the things, I should have a baseball in here, right? But when you're gripping it, the grip of it itself is what's going to throw it off. And you can see the four-seamer, he'd have the two fingers on the ball to grip the throw. But when you look closer, he's almost got his hand around like this. And that movement that he's going to have throwing, and the way he's throwing it, the ball is going to fall off and fall away here. Wrong side. It's going to fall away here to the left because it's falling off of his hand instead of it having going straight through. So for Elly, thinking fastball, then just get ready for a nice changeup down and away. Help them, help these guys. Help them. Now, I'll bring it back here. Now, his fastball and changeup are his two pitches. There's no doubt about it. And I'm going to show the changeup one more time here. Again, arm so much behind his head that the hitter, you're still thinking that heater's coming. There's really nothing you can do. And again, spotting it right there. Look at that. If we're going to bring it across, you are expecting this to be a fastball. You're expecting this to be a strike. You're going to swing the bat. And then look how far this is going to drop off from where we started. It's that good. His changeup arguably is one of the best because of how his fastball plays. Now, he does have a curveball and he does have a slider. He will throw those. Those aren't his main pitches, right? But he still can have good movement on it. So in this case here, we'll see. It's got the little loop. It's up here. And the loop's going to have it just, drop in, right down in this bottom corner. And that just a little bit of movement that adds to it. Now, that's why I don't think it's one of his best pitches because it doesn't necessarily play always off of it. But it's a good, hey, you got to keep them on their toes because they can't just always be expecting one certain pitch here. But so it's going to drop off, really good pitch, really good location. And here's another example. It's just going to be a curveball. And again, it pops up here, and it's really going to end up on the middle part of the plate. Nothing really crazy about it, but it's something for Bohm. You can see he was ready to go to swing. He's expecting hard. He's expecting a hard pitch. Watch right here. And his knee is already buckling right here because he's gearing up for that fastball. And it's already like, oh, I'm ready. Oh, shoot, I'm not expecting it. I'm not in a good position. So that's what the curveball can bring to the equation here is that it can get hitters off balance. Bohm is off balance. All right, now then his last pitch here is that slider. And the slider to me really is actually good for facing lefties. And I'm sorry I cut off the top of Klinik's head here. And but this is what it stinks for lefties. But he does throw it to righties quite a bit too. But slider is going to be 89 miles an hour. So even though you're protecting for that fastball, he doesn't throw that curveball as much. But that slider, almost how hard he throws it, has more of like a cutter feel to it. And you're going to see it just kind of run across here and finish on this part of the plate here. So to give the example again, watch the catcher's glove. He's just trying to deke. He's trying to make it show that it's like a high fastball. Like, hey, I'm aiming here. And I got the leg kick up. Everything looks the same to his motion, to his mechanics. Shoulders being hidden here. The only thing is now the catcher's going to drop down. And that sensation is just the ball's just going to keep running across. And that's really, honestly, an unbelievable location and pitch. So the reason why Skubal is so damn good is that he consistently makes these types of pitches. He consistently puts himself in an opportunity to have success. And if he keeps doing this, yeah, he's going to win the Cy Young. I love Corbin Burns, but Skubal right now, he is the AL Cy Young Award winner right now if he stays healthy the rest of the way. You guys heard it earlier when we talked with Jim Duquette. There always is going to be complications, but you have a lot of medical history. But whoever makes a move for him, if they do, I think it's going to be extremely hard for Skubal to get moved. But if he does, whoever gets him, huge upgrade. If the Orioles get him, they're easily the favorites in the American League. And to me, they should be going to the World Series if they acquire him. The downside is, though, you're going to have to give up a player that could be an all-star for the next 10 years. And I think that the Orioles, they don't know maybe who that's going to be. They believe it can be Jackson Holliday or a Sam Basayo, Kobe Mayo, but they're not exactly sure. But I'll tell you what, one of those guys is going to be a face of a team for a long time, and that's something Baltimore is going to have to think about. And then when his time's up for team control, what are you going to do then? But you can cross that bridge when you get there. I just try to give you guys context as always. But hit the like and subscribe and let me know what I can break down next.